Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the Nerdic Pro Podcast. My name is, as per usual, Bobby effing SALASTAR, and it's about time that I announced that finally here on the Nerdic Pro Podcast is a man who has a claim to the British Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship, the Landlord, the Brawler, whatever it is you want to call him, Mikey Andrews. Mikey, it's about time you finally showed your face here on the Nerdic Pro.
Forget about all that, Bobby. Let's get my name right first, shall we?
Shall we?
You don't even know who you're asking questions to. So, the Landlord, first of all. Have we got that now?
Probably. Well, like it does say about the Landlord right there in your little name tag bit.
So you couldn't read that it doesn't say the Brawler?
Look, I might be from Norfolk, right, but I can read, yeah? So,
really? Shall we start this one again, then?
I think if we have to. Hang on, let's start the timer again. Take two. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the Nerdic Pro Podcast.
30 seconds.
What?
Put your hearing aid on. Put your ears on. Complete waste of 30 seconds, that was.
Complete waste of 30 seconds. Well, you were the one moaning about how you were being introduced.
Time is of the essence. Come on.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, since we're getting hurried up by someone throwing a bit of a paddywhack over here, I am currently being joined.
I'll throw you in a minute.
Oh, you can do whatever it is you say, please. My name is, as I said, Bobby SALASTAR. With me on the line is the Landlord, Mikey Andrews. About time you actually showed your face on here, because it's been however many weeks now.
I know you've been chasing me for 2 months for answers, and you still couldn't catch me until today. I did make it clear it would be on the Landlord's time, and that time is now.
That time was meant to have been about 3 weeks back, but now we're here. So yeah.
But the Landlord had other commitments, didn't he? So.
Well, I suppose we will get onto them later on. Save all the effort and blinding at each other. So yeah. Mikey, there is a couple of particular reasons as to why you have been summoned here to the Nerdic Pro Podcast.
I have been summoned on my land.
Yes.
You are here by invite.
Well, you are currently on my podcast, therefore
that is taking part on my land.
Even still, you're on my podcast, on my web.
So you are here by invite, or else you would be trespassing.
Trespassing? The SALASTAR don't trespass. I am always wherever I am, wherever I say please. Right? I don't do as I say please half the time. I'm not the Ginger Ninja, but there we go.
I mean, I haven't heard from him for about 2 years either. And thank God you ain't the Ginger Ninja, because I'm pretty sure it'd be a bit heavier than this by now.
The less said about him, the better.
You started it with the Suffering Nation wrestling company.
Anymore, is he? Because again,
company, whatever you want to call it. Yes, nobody's right. I'll say it, even if you have to sign
it. Mikey, what's happened? Because the version of Mikey Andrews I'm seeing now is a completely different Mikey Andrews that I first met near on 3 years ago, right?
The version of Mikey Andrews you're seeing now is what happens when corruption starts on the land, and I'm the only one who's left to control it.
Right, can we please elaborate on the corruption on the apparent land that you apparently own? Because
we could, but we could also wait until the 14th of December to actually reveal what is going on and what is going to happen. I mean, how long have you known me?
best part of 3 years, I'd say.
And you've been gatekeeper of my land since then, have you not?
I suppose
It's a yes or no question. It's a yes or a no question when we're talking about this scenario. Have you not?
I suppose I can say yes.
Okay, so we've got to start there, haven't we? So out of the 3.5 years, 4 years actually, nearly actually quite half a decade, how many times have you known me to raise anarchy, raising up evil amongst what we do? How many times have you known me to put myself in a questionable position when there's nothing at all wrong amongst the land?
How many times? Well, I suppose you do, and credit to you, you do what you feel is of essence, and you do what you feel is necessary to obviously keep the law and order on your land. Right?
And has my decision so far placed you or anybody else at risk?
Not me personally.
So who then?
However, let's rewind a tiny bit and get on to what I think is something of that essence and of that nature of you putting someone at risk.
Okay.
I can't recall the exact date off the top of my head, but at Kmart Promotions' last show at the Staincross and Mapplewell Village Hall in Barnsley back in August, you had attacked the Barnsley Wrestling Champion, Rex Heartless. I think that is putting Rex Heartless in danger. By you attacking him, along with Tiger McGuigan, and aligning yourself with, quite frankly, let's put it, people who, towards the tail end of last year, put you in hospital, caused you to have no end of pain and suffering throughout this year, towards the tail end of last year. Right? I'm sure you won't mind me mentioning, but let's not forget, in and around Christmas/New Year, I believe it was, correct me if I'm wrong, you suffered a heart attack, did you or did you not?
8th of December last year? Yeah, I did.
Yes.
But what's that got to do with current situation?
How much of this was brought on by Plan B? How much of this was brought on by Project Mayhem? How much of this was brought on by the people who you now have aligned yourself with?
Okay, so first of all, let's just set the record straight, yeah, on this, because we're already twisting the tail of the tape. We're already twisting things. We're already assuming a situation here. So let's just go back, shall we? To, let's say, police thoughts. Yeah, you remember police thoughts? When Tiger took the Barnsley Championship. You remember that, don't you?
Yes, indeed, I was there.
And remind me, Bobby, just how Tiger took that championship. How did he do that?
Well, from what I remember, Mr. Lee was...
Who assisted Tiger in taking that belt from Mr. Lee? Shall we start there?
I believe, from what I remember, it was yourself.
Yes. And then after I assisted Tiger in claiming the championship from Mr. Lee, what happened? Tiger stabbed me in the back and aligned himself with who?
Yes, Tiger McGuigan had aligned himself with Mr. Lee after your assistance to Tiger
And
for Tiger's gain of the title.
Then stabbed me in the back. Once he'd got his hands on that belt, is that not the way it was?
It was indeed, obviously, yes, Tiger. He got what he wanted.
And you sit there and have the audacity to tell me now that I've aligned myself with a guy that was handed the Barnsley Championship, with a guy that for almost half a decade has caused me no end of problems and hell, grief, cost me match after match, has tried manipulating everything and anything in his way to get that Barnsley Championship back, and you saying I've aligned myself with that guy. That's what you think has gone on. Let me just correct the situation here. Rex, unfortunately, on this occasion, was just a pawn in Mr. Lee's plans. And unfortunately, that came at a time where the gatekeeper was nowhere to be seen, and perhaps I lost a little bit of control of the land and almost fell into Mr. Lee's plans. However, there is no personal issue between me and Rex. I have no issue with Rex, but what is going on needs to be finished.
Well, you say the gatekeeper.
And in Wakefield, on the 14th of December, that will be brought to an end.
Well, you say the gatekeeper, obviously talking about myself, was nowhere to be seen at this Kmart show. However, the Kmart show before that at the Stone Cross Club, just down the road from the venue where Schools Out was, I got myself suspended from Kmart Promotions due to the fact on how I did you a favour. I did Neil Diamondo a favour by making sure that Mr. Lee didn't pick up the victory in his match against Neil Diamondo this past May. Right? A match which you made sure happened. Right? So thanks to you, I got suspended for Schools Out. Therefore, I was not there.
Did I force your hand? Did I take you by the hand, put a chair in it, and whack, smack, attack the person you attacked? Did I do that? Or was that a decision that you consciously made?
Yes, that was a decision that I consciously made. However, I made that consciously because of the fact I knew that had I not have done that, Neil Diamondo would have lost. You'd have no doubt had the piss beaten out of you by Mr. Lee, Shawal, Reese Tiger McGuigan.
Yeah, okay, 4-1 would not have been a pretty sight. But you forget that I beat Mr. Lee with one arm tied behind my back in Woodhouse. You forget that, don't you? The rest we could have dealt with later. So right now, you think I have done a disservice to Rex, and you think, what, that I'll turn my back against the fans, the people that have supported us for the last 4 years? No, you're wrong. I haven't. whilst it might
well,
look
then,
like
do you
that
care to explain exactly what it is you have done? Because, yes, I was not there in person to physically watch it with my own eyes. However, I've seen the footage. I've seen the videos. I've seen the dirt sheets, right? I've read it all, right? I've seen it all, right? And from what I've been able to make out, you blindsided Rex. You stood alongside Mr. Lee and Tiger McGuigan, right? You walked away with them, right? Now, I don't exactly want to have you sound like some sort of politician that's speaking out their arse, right? Continuously.
Yeah.
However, right, you are starting to sound a bit like a typical politician in today's day and age,
Cool.
right?
Okay, so let me just pause you there. You wanted answers. So the past few shows, you've been nowhere to be seen. So you want answers. You're going to have to turn up on the 14th of December and get those answers. Because something has gone amiss. Something has been misunderstood. I haven't turned my back against this sport. I haven't turned my back against the fans. But I will do what is necessary to calm any upheaval amongst the land. And yes, right now, it looks like maybe I turn my back against the sport. Maybe I turn my back against the fans. Maybe I turn my back against Rex. But if you want the truth of the situation, you have to be there in December.
So
I have every reason. I have every reason to turn my back against this sport and the fans. After December, I said I'd do a match, and it should be my last. And that match should have been my last. What happened after that? They wanted more. Did they not?
because the fans love the Landlord. That's why they wanted more. And then you went, stupid and
but at
acted
a
like
time,
that.
I understand that. But at a time, the Landlord needed to rest and needed support in resting. People wanted more. And I gave them more. And now we're here, and you're saying I turned my back against those same people, against the sport. I haven't. I'm still in the sport. I still hold the belt. And in December, you will see these dirty little tricks that Barnsley peasant has played. Have I aligned myself with Mr. Lee? No. Have I aligned myself with Tiger McGuigan? No.
Well, then, do you care to explain what it is you actually have done? Because I am still
I've taken care of
failing
business.
to see anything different.
I've taken care of business as far as I can on the land that I own, that you take and play a role in. And in December, I will finish business. Whether that's with Mr. Lee, Tiger McGuigan, or Rex Heartless. But I can assure you now, I ain't turned my back against the sport. I ain't turned my back against the fans. And I don't have a personal issue with Rex. However, we will fight. And I don't know what Mr. Lee has planned. But what will be revealed is that it is best that during that fight, Mr. Lee stays well clear of me, Rex, and anybody else.
Well, as far as I'm aware, something has already been announced for that show, which will involve yourself, which will involve Mr. Lee, Tiger McGuigan, Rex Heartless. A Secret Santa street fight tag team match. I don't know who Santa...
When did this turn into a tag team match?
I could have sworn it on Facebook. It said it was a Secret Santa street fight tag match.
With who?
I believe it was yourself and Tiger versus Rex and someone else.
From what I understand, the street fight is myself and Rex one-on-one. And If Mr. Lee knows what's good for him, if Tiger knows what's good for him, they will stay out of my business whilst I conduct business and get this crap under control. It's going to be messy. It's going to hurt. It's probably going to be a bit unpretty for a little while. And that is fine by me because you've seen yourself. I've done this before and I will do it again. But unfortunately, it's not myself that's placed Rex in this situation, but it's Mr. Lee. And why is that? What is around Rex's waist?
Something that was around Mr. Lee's for many, many years.
And what do you think Mr. Lee's idea is?
My honest opinion, Mr. Lee wants to use you to get that title back. Exactly the same way. Exactly the same way on how he wanted to use Tiger to bring that title back.
And when was the last time I allowed myself to be used, manipulated by anybody? You tell me that.
Let's rewind a few years. This has all happened before. Because let's not forget, you had aligned yourself with Mr. Lee. Whether or not you claim to align yourself with him now or whatever crap it is you're currently spewing.
I didn't align myself with him. I came to NBP and I was put into this, Project Mayhem? Doesn't it sound like a class of clowns? And what happened? I took myself out of that group, and since then, is that not when Mr. Lee's had the issue?
That is when Mr. Lee has had the issue. But
let me just be clear with you. Let me just be clear with you. Where I have a backbone, Mr. Lee has a wishbone.
I can't argue with that part. I myself have had issues with Mr. Lee these past couple of years. So I could argue that.
Like everybody else, can you not wait until December?
Because I, alongside everyone else, Rex Heartless, Miss Katie, CEO of Kmart Promotions, everyone else with a brain cell in their head.
Mikey, I don't care what letters of the alphabet Katie wants to use before her name, ABC, CEO, OCD. I don't give a rodent's rectum like everybody else. You are going to have to wait, and you will see in December exactly what I've done, and you will see in December exactly what I'm going to do. Now, can we agree until that time to disagree?
We can certainly agree to disagree, because quite frankly, when it comes to Plan B, when it comes to wasting your time with the old, rotten son of a gun that is Tiger McGuigan. Don't get me wrong, Tiger. He's a legend of this business. Right? You can't deny that. I can't.
He's about 102-year-old. So legend is probably correct. Right? With no
he may be older than the Roman Empire, whatever. Right? Mr. Lee, again, he may be older than the Bible, whatever. Right? However, when it comes to Mr. Lee and Tiger McGuigan, you're wasting your time. Don't forget, these people are the ones who've screwed you over before, right? It's because of Mr. Lee why you had broken ribs at the start of this year. It's because of Mr. Lee, Plan B, whatever the hell, right? Why you spent time in hospital. Do not forget that. I'm saying this as a friend, as your apparent gatekeeper, right? If you want to keep yourself out of hospital, Mr. Lee, Tiger McGuigan, Shawal, Reese Lightning, whoever the hell is even in Plan B anymore, they'll be putting you back into a worse position than what you were before.
Then maybe
if you think you had it tough to begin with, right, let me tell you now, they'll be putting you into a worse position than what you were in before.
Then as always, Bobby, I will go into that fire all guns blazing in December. And if I end up back in hospital because of the listed people you just said, then that's the way it goes, isn't it? But there will be consequences to those people's actions, whether I am walking out that event or I am carried out. And
I don't want to be the one to carry you out. That's what I'm trying to get at you.
And might I say, step aside while I conduct business how I usually do, whether it hurts, whether it puts an end to a career or not. I will ask you this last time. Step aside if you don't want to be the one carrying me out. But in December, I'm going into that street fight one way or another, by hook or by crook. Mr. Lee, Tiger McGuigan, Rex Heartless, don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
But if you want to be the one screwing about fighting fire with fire, that's your own fault. If you want to be playing with nukes, with a little grenade, be my guest.
I'm not the one throwing rocks at a man with a machine gun. And by now, you, above anybody else, should know where your frustrations should be lying. And it ain't with me. So on this matter, Bobby, it is time at the bar. Now, is there anything else you would like to address with the landlord, or you're going to continue wasting my time?
Wasting your time.
I am asking you to be impatient, to stop being impatient one more time. It is just over a month, and all will be revealed as to what exactly is going on and why I chose to do the actions I did 2 months ago.
Well,
but in just over 1 month, this situation will be brought under control by hook or by crook. And as I said, whether I walk out the ring or whether I'm carried out the ring. So on that, Bobby, until then, let's agree to disagree. I appreciate your concern for my health and my safety, but I do not need it right now. I need to take care of business. That's what a champion does. Rex understands that, being a champion, and I've understood that for the last, I don't know how many years I've been wrestling. Yeah, so for one last time, let me take care of business the way I need to.
Okay then, I suppose from this point forward, don't say I didn't warn you. That's all I will say from now. However, Mikey, I do believe, all this aside, there are some other if I can speak, there are some other pressing issues that I'm sure you would like to discuss to the wider world.
Is there? And what issues are they?
So let's not forget, part of all of this going on with yourself, the landlord hasn't exactly, call me a dick, hasn't exactly been in a good place.
My problem
recently
hasn't been with you through this, so there will be no calling you a dick.
So I'm sure that you will agree.
Your own corner, Bobby. That is all I tell you.
So what I'm trying to say is, the past few weeks, you have been trying to fight some demons, shall we say, trying to search who Mikey Andrews is. Do you care to speak about some things that have come to light from the land, shall we say, in recent times?
So we've gone now from what was an interview for what the hell is going on in the wrestling industry to what my demons, or what on a personal level. What I don't know what you're trying to get at, but you have to be a bit more straight talking than that. So elaborate.
Well, let's just say, Mikey Andrews, you have come out, sort of, so to speak, come out of your shell, shall we say, a bit more.
Come out of my shell? Look like a snail, or what are you trying to suggest?
I'm not trying to suggest anything.
So my demons recently, yes, as everybody, whether we admit it or not, yes, struggled with a bit of mental health. Shall we say that?
Yes.
That's what you're trying to get at when you say demons, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I did. And that's not anything new. That's what happens when, unfortunately, you are left to deal with two traumas from the past. And yeah, I don't talk much about those sort of stuff, if being honest, and I think a lot of blokes don't. And it's not probably the best way to deal with it, but yeah, things bottled up, and I guess that bottle blew up eventually. I reached out to doctors, and I'm waiting on someone that can sort of help deal with those two things. I won't go any more into it than that on the mental health side. Not exactly a nutter. I just, like most people, there are times where things happen, and that's the way it is. I'm not ashamed to admit that.
Yeah.
And no one should be, but it's under control as far as I'm aware at the moment.
Well, this is what I mean, right? We still have like an understanding, and I'm happy that you're able to come on here to speak about that, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, you're more than welcome to speak about anything that goes on personally, anything when it comes to, well, whatever in life, right? I.e., what's happened in the ring, whatever, what happens personally, right? So, what has been happening recently, Mr. Andrews, Landlord Man?
You mentioned coming out of my shell, and I feel like there is more to that question. I feel like you should probably elaborate on that a little bit. You've opened a box, and so I'll venture into that. So you're going to have to be a bit more specific and help me out.
So,
if you're asking a question, ask a question. Don't beat around the bush. Don't go around the house to get to the back gate. Just go through the front fucking door.
So, coming out, I'm aware that's something that you have obviously gone through as of the past few weeks.
And that's what you meant a few minutes ago, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. The interview took a bit of a turn there, didn't it? Just throw that on me. Okay, so as I said a minute ago, you've opened that box, and so now we're going to talk about it. As you know, I don't hide away. So what I say now, I expect privacy. I know. So what I say, some of it I will not go into depth with, and some of it I will.
Appreciate that.
So I expect privacy on the things that I don't go into depth with, or the things that I say, and that's all you're getting out of me on that one. So, it's probably a bit of it's a difficult one to start with when it's just thrown at you, because I know a lot of people will probably watch this live. Some people will watch this later. So you've asked about coming out. So yeah, yeah, and it wasn't as it's not as straightforward as perhaps you'd probably like the answer to be. I don't have that to give you. So I'm 36-year-old. Now, when I was in college studying gym instructing, I had a partner, a male partner, and it is a good guy. We're still friends, and we've been friends since. Things didn't work, and it didn't work because at the time I wasn't into that. Couldn't do certain things, so that ended. Dated 2 blokes, and that's as far as it went. I couldn't do that, and it'd been 15 years, maybe more. 15 years, maybe more. I've had a female partner. Bear in mind, as I said, I didn't do anything in a homosexual, in a gay way, however we want to put it. I couldn't entertain it. So I've had female partner, it's not worked. And then I probably have to be a little careful what I say here, because I don't want, said person involved feeling any pressure or an embarrassment. So I am going to be careful a little bit. So yeah, relationships, we're not working with females, and I moved to Market Raising and I took over another pub called the George, and I guess it started when I came to look round Market Raising. Just to lighten the mood, nice cup in it. So I guess it started there. I went looking around the pubs. To me, as a guy who's lived in London for quite a few years, Raisins, it's very small, almost like a village, but it's actually a town. And so there's a few pubs. There's the Aston, there's the Swan, and there's the George. The Advocate is a hotel, so I wouldn't really call that a pub. So I went round and I viewed. I went round asking the guys in these pubs, what is the pub that I was looking at taking over like, and I got the same story everywhere. And so, no, I said I would be honest and straight up with you. So I realised that when some people probably look at this later, it might upset them, but it is the way it is. I can't change that. So I went to the Swan. And immediately I thought, wow, it's nice in here. And the guy that was showing me around the other pub said, used to be ours and we've got rid of it. I told him, it's silly. This is a nice place. And I just went to get opinion and stuff on the George. And then this guy came down the bar. And it probably sounds really strange. At that time, I thought, oh, he's all right. And that was it. It stopped there. I wasn't sure I was going to take this pub or not. Brief chat, and then I left. Anyway, I took the pub and I came back to Raisin. And so, obviously at the time I was in a relationship with Nikki. And you've met Nikki?
Yep.
And I didn't see this coming. Wasn't part of the plan at all. and I visited the Swan. The Aston is a pub where about the wrestling company. I don't agree with because they don't pay their wrestlers. We've spoken about this, and I don't mean the Skegness company because I know he's sorted that out. I mean the one in Batley.
Okay, yes, yeah.
They own the pub opposite the George, so I will not go and drink in there, not at all, due to the situation that they left me in a few years back. So I used to go to the Swan, much nicer place, and you feel comfortable in there. So and going there, I saw this guy, a bit more often, and then sort of like I started thinking about him a bit more, and I thought, oh, okay. As I started finding myself thinking that guy's very attractive. So it's gone from he's all right to he's stunning, and so I thought to myself, get that out of your head, because remember I said it wasn't part of the plan. It wasn't, and I tried to ignore it, and then it's something about him, but definitely the way he looks, the way he carries himself, I think as well. So I thought I'm gonna have to tell him. So I told him. Now, a lot of people they worry about what people might think, or what people might say when they come out. I've had loads of friends come out, and for me, fine. You are what you are. If you're gay, you're straight, you're bi, whatever. Cool. You do you, as long as you're happy and you're safe. I think that's the important part there. And I wasn't worried about what people would say. I just wasn't. You know what I'm like. I will say something and I'll do something regardless. But it did come with a worry, and that was the fact that this wouldn't shake, and I knew I had to tell him. So I asked him, can you come to the pub? Just want to chat. You're not in trouble, because for some reason when I say to someone, can we have a chat, there's a fear of dread seems to come over them, and it's like it's not always bad. Probably because I'm just so direct. It's not always bad. And so he didn't come in that night, and I thought to myself, I can't wait anymore. And so I told him over voice note. And my biggest worry out of all of this was how he would take it, what the response would be, because this is someone that now I'm going after, a man that I'm going after, and I've not done that before. So I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I just know that I need to tell him what I think. And, if he just said to me, actually, no, fine, And so it went from there. I'm not going to go into the gory details. Start spending time with each other. And, it was different. So, that's the first guy I've gone after, and hopefully be the last. So for you as my friend, this is probably very different to what you're hearing. As for me, it is very different, but it doesn't feel like it's bad at all. And then I'm glad that I made that move.
Do you now feel like you've that you've been able to express yourself properly? With
what do you mean?
As in, do you now feel like you know who you are, sort of thing now? Not saying that you didn't know who you were to begin with, but obviously now, do you feel happier now that you've let people know, sort of thing? Because I know that obviously sexuality can be a very tough, touchy subject for people to talk about. Did you ever find it tough to speak about previously?
Before this?
Yeah.
I didn't talk about it because I thought it was done. And as I said to you, I came here and I don't want to go into too much detail because I don't want to, if he does watch this, I don't want him to be embarrassed or nervous. So, as I said before, I didn't entertain it because I'd had a partner, and sexually, I wasn't interested. I had 2 dates, wasn't interested, and they came after me. And as I said, it's a large chunk, 15 years, where nothing. And I never envisioned myself taking an interest in a bloke. And that is exactly what's happened. And yeah, I feel all right about it. I don't feel like there's anything wrong. I don't feel like I was judged in any way. In fact, I go be honest, my Christian friends are the ones that probably judge me the most. The ones that say, about not judging and stuff like that, they're the ones that judge me the most. They one of them put a comment, and it's like, it's what happens when men make their own rules. Well, yeah, that's what we do in life. We make our own rules, and if we fuck up, then we get arrested for it, don't we? Isn't that how it works? If you make the right rules, you don't get in shit.
Yeah,
but
you pay the price for it, sort of thing.
That's not what that comment meant. What that comment meant is, if you don't listen to God's rules, things go wrong. Well, bit of a bitter pill to swallow when you've known them since you was 9.
Yeah.
And you think, actually, they'll support you, and they don't. No, that comment says to me, there's a problem, and everybody else has been supportive. People that have known him have been supportive to both of us. My friends, some of the guys that I thought, oh shit, they've messaged and said, you know what, if you're happy, brilliant. There hasn't been too many people with a negative reaction. So, and I'm most definitely not embarrassed about admitting liking him at all.
Yeah.
You'll not get that from me. So yeah, I feel fine about it. I just was a little bit annoyed about the Christian friends that then gone, this is what happens when men make their own rules, which is a bit of a strange way to put it, really. I'd rather someone come up to me, slap me in the face and go, that's fucking wrong, than go, oh, this is what happens when men make their own rules.
Yeah.
If you don't like me, just fucking tell me. Don't give me a biography on not liking me. Just say, I don't fucking like you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you don't like something I've done, just tell me. So I'm not embarrassed. I don't feel bad or anything. And you've seen my modeling photos, the comments, the comments that happen. Some are snaky, and some of those guys I've known for a while and are just genuinely being nice. And over the years, I've had some weird stuff, and it's always from blokes, and that goes hand in hand with not wanting to pay attention, you know. People trying, and it's now at 36. At placing laying my eyes on someone and going, wow, it's very different, but that's a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So, for me, yes, there's a lot of people comment on shit that I post and stuff like that, but the thing is, they're not him, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's all irrelevant. Does that answer your question? Does that
Yeah.
Does that encapsulate what you want to know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. As I know that that obviously coming out can be a very touchy subject, and I wanted to sort of have someone speak about it, if you know what I mean.
For me, this could sound strange, but I'm okay with that. Sort of like, how do I put this? I put this, I guess the way I need to put this is, it's almost like starting again. Whilst hoping that it works the first time with this guy. So we're spending time and stuff like that, and I'm probably causing grey hairs at times, and likewise, that's what happens.
Yeah.
But I guess it's like going right back to your first relationship, female relationship in this case, and having to learn everything again, because I don't know if I'm doing, I don't know, it might sound weird or it might be wrong, I don't know, but doing the right type of stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There's a whole different world to me. Having a boyfriend or a fella or dating a man, wherever we're at, it's irrelevant to everybody else. So I sometimes worry that I'm getting things wrong. That's a bit of a worry for me, because obviously I really like this guy. So for me, it is like learning how this life is, But I wouldn't look back. You couldn't pay me enough to. No, you couldn't pay me enough to look back.
Yeah.
And change that.
Yeah. Well, thank you for opening up, and
sorry, I don't know if that all made sense or was relevant to what you was asking, but
yeah. So, like what I was saying, like it's obviously for a lot of people coming out in the sexuality and who they are can be a very tough subject to talk about, and I think hearing it from someone who's in the same position as you are, if you know what I mean, can help.
No. What
can
position?
Help you. Do you know what I mean?
Do you mean?
That makes.
Do you mean as in perhaps someone that, I guess with the influence that we have doing what we do? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so as in places like wrestling.
The thing is on that, yeah, as a wrestler, but the thing is on that, I've always seen myself as a normal person. And I just think people that know me before know the wrestler side of it probably find it a little bit strange to then see the wrestler side of me. And how do I see myself? Yeah, okay, we do inspire some people. We probably piss some people off. We do some things that maybe are like, fucking hell, how did they do that? Or how the fuck did he get up from that? You know, but after all is said and done, whilst I am a wrestler, always I consider myself a normal person. You know, I appreciate that we inspire people, but at the end of the day, when I go home, I am like everybody else. So if for 2 minutes I can probably make, as perhaps you're alluding to, that I can inspire someone, that's brilliant. But I'm still going to get in the car and go home, and I'm going to become me.
Yeah.
You know, until the wrestler guy needs to come back out. You know, so I always consider myself a normal person before this wrestler guy. But if that wrestler guy helped someone, then that's brilliant for me. It don't make me any higher. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think for who you are behind closed doors, I don't think should make the person who you are professionally suffer. If that makes any sort of sense. Do you know what I mean?
Not sure I follow that.
So, like, obviously, like, it shouldn't be a bad thing being a wrestler and, you know, having a partner of the same gender. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so let's just be straight with that. No pun intended. But so what you're saying is being gay should not impact how you are as a wrestler or how you get as a wrestler. Is that what we're saying? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, no, because being gay shouldn't impact you anyway. You know, you are who you are. If you're harming anybody, you're not harming anybody. Who should care?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And if they do care, then the question is, do they matter? Do they matter?
No.
Probably not. Yeah. So just fuck them off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If you've got someone causing you misery or causing you a discomfort, fuck off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't mean discomfort as doing me head in. I mean someone who is genuinely being a cunt.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. Fuck them off. Now that doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, bi, trans, whatever. But being any of those things should not impact a sports personality or anyone else. It should be absolutely irrelevant and not connected in any shape nor form. And if there's a promoter out there that is like that, then maybe they just need to pull their head out their ass, or other wrestlers that are like that, maybe they just pull their head out their ass and just be like, you know what? Cool. You don't have to like it.
Yeah.
Right. So if you don't like it, then don't associate.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you don't need to be treating people in such a manner that then makes you look like a prick.
Yeah. I totally agree. Yeah.
So, yeah, I hope that answers your question. I know it's probably very fucking blunt, but no, I don't have time for someone that will make a decision on me based on something that does not affect them at all.
Yeah, I fully agree.
Yeah. Does it make sense? Is it hurting them? No. So why does it matter? Why does it matter? Yeah.
Yeah.
We've all got our own beliefs, don't get me wrong. If you believe something is wrong, great. If you believe something's right, great.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
I fully agree.
I hope that sort of clears that up.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on it. And opinions are like assholes. We've all got one, and there's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say thank you for speaking about it, like here on the podcast. as you know, like I know that some people probably will take that on board, and it hopefully can help some other people, and what have you. So,
I think what matters is when you start affecting other people.
Mm.
You know, if you're using how you are, what you believe, whatever it is, and it's affecting someone badly, yeah, you become a prick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So learn how to behave.
Yeah.
Because if you don't learn to behave, you deserve a slap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple as that. So that's what I think about that. If that answers that question.
Yeah. No, I think we touched bases on pretty much everything on that part. So yeah. So yeah, Mikey, Mr. Landlord.
That sounds weird, Mr. Landlord.
All right, Landlord. Yeah. Have you got anything to add on to today's podcast?
I think you've asked a lot of questions that I didn't plan on answering. I think we dealt with what's happening in the ring as far as it's going to go.
Mm.
Yeah, until December, nothing else will be revealed. Just please let me do what I need to do, whether I walk out or get carried out.
What I don't want to see you do, Mikey, is having these numpties, Tiger, Mr. Lee, etc., put you into a worse off position than what you were before. Bearing in mind, you've been back and forth every 2 minutes with Mr. Lee. Over the past sort of 6 to 10 months, you've been doing the same with Tiger. You know, and I don't want to see you have
Everything
your
has to
career
come
ruined.
to an end, doesn't it?
This podcast.
Everything has to come to an end, right?
Yes, I
whether
do
it's
agree.
between me and Mr. Lee, whether it's between me and Tiger, whether it's his career, Tiger's career, or my career.
Well, we shall have to wait and see. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's 14th of December. I can't actually remember the venue name.
I mean, it is a good idea to know where you're going.
It is very much indeed. Yes.
It's definitely going to help to turn up at the right venue in Wakefield. I'll give you a hint.
It's the Creek something. I do know that much. I'm currently loading Facebook up on my Xbox as we currently speak. So, yeah. Right.
You're warning me about the dangers I could be in. You don't even know how to get to the venue. It's a pretty dangerous start, is it not?
I've done a few shows in Wakefield. Never at that gaff, though.
We are not at the same arena. We are not at the same venue. And I would get looking that up. Why don't you just load the venue on your phone rather than your Xbox?
I can do. Right, hang on.
Oh, you're using this. You're using your phone, aren't you?
Yes. Hang on. Stay there. Can you still hear?
Unfortunately, yes.
That is a shame. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Good old Facebook. Right. Search. Hey, Mark.
I'm going to help you.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen watching this podcast, go check out Kmart Promotions. So KAMA Promotions. Here we are, right. So
that is the weirdest way I've ever seen that promotion said.
What?
That is the strangest way I've ever heard the promotion get pronounced.
What? KAMA. So it is at the Crigglestone Club in
Bobby,
Wakefield.
I could have just loaded it on my phone for you, but you didn't ask, so.
Yeah. Oh, another thing. Have I ever said to you how much I hate technology? I can't stand the stuff.
Don't get me started on technology. No.
No.
No, I can't stand it and can't sit down for it either.
No. I don't think any of us can.
So the match, Bobby, is a single street fight. There's no match.
So it's a singles match.
It is a street fight, single match.
I was. Yeah. Yeah. Ignore me for what I said earlier.
I will, because you don't even know where it's at.
No. Tickets are available now via Ticket Source, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, go check that out. So yeah,
I believe there's a 25% discount on tickets at the minute.
Yes, because Kmart have recently celebrated their first birthday.
1 year anniversary. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, part of me was thinking that you were loading up the venue, but
No, not that nice.
Oh,
you want the venue being loaded up?
Yeah, so the people watching actually know where it is.
You know what? It's actually like pulling teeth talking to you.
Oh, I can echo the same thing. Take your own advice and money after it. There we are.
Cricklestone Club in Wakefield, Bobby. Write it
The
down.
Cricklestone Club in Wakefield. Have you got a postcode for the Cricklestone Club in Wakefield?
I probably haven't, so has Google. So if you put it on a Post-it note on your desk there, maybe you'll look at your desk enough to remember the venue to then Google the postcode. But as I'm the one...
I'm going to need to know, like, if I'm coming to this show, ain't I? So, yeah. Cricklestone Club.
I'm probably the one driving, so I'm probably the one that needs the postcode.
Wakefield, there we are. For Kmart.
How do you promote a show that you don't even know the whereabouts of? You probably think it's an ice hockey game or something at this rate.
Well, I've got several shows between now and then, so yeah.
Well, I'd get writing all the postcodes down then before you get them confused.
So my next show, if anyone's interested, is Sunday the 9th of November at the Institute in Braintree down in Essex. The Championship Extreme Wrestling Series W/Certified Professional Wrestling Honor and Glory. Then my next show is Friday the 21st of November at the Community Centre in Holt here in Norfolk. Literally just next door to the Budgeons in Holt and out near Fakenham. About half an hour up the road from me. And then, depending on my availability, I might be at the show in Wakefield in December. So, yeah, I just need to know whether or not my suspension has been lifted as of yet. So, yeah.
I suppose you could smack Mr. Lee with another chair or something.
Well, considering my past two shows, I've been hit with a chair twice by Johnny Storm, by Brett Semtex, Big F and Joe, and Joe Bell. So, yeah. Johnny Storm was down in Braintree, and then the ones from Big Joe were the winner of the 2023 Tournament of Death in CCW in the States, and Brett Semtex, and Joe Bell. Was in Great Yarmouth. So, yeah, for DOA. So, yeah. They hurt badly. Big time.
Chairs?
Yes, steel chairs.
Well, you're not giving someone flowers, are you? Like, how
Oh, no. I wasn't
it?
expecting it to be like a box of chocolates, no.
Oh, well, I'm not convinced with the way you talk about it.
Well, no.
These things are made out of steel. They hurt. That's how it works.
I should have expected more out of Big Joe, considering he's one of the top deathmatch wrestlers on the face of the earth at the moment.
Yeah, you're lucky it was a glass door or something.
Yeah. To be fair, I'd have preferred taking a steel chair off him than being put through a glass door by him. So, yeah.
Maybe next time. There's still time for the glass door in there.
Like, I've got deathmatch shows with him next year. So, and quite a few of them.
Possibilities are endless.
Exactly. Like, I've got gloves here specifically for, hang on. Specifically for said deathmatch shows. So, yeah. I had to borrow a pair of gloves off of Big Dave, one half of the UK Pitbulls.
I can't tell whether you are planning on impersonating Alan Titchmarsh, going and doing the weeding.
So the first deathmatch show that I did, I had to borrow
They are fucking hideous.
I know. So the first deathmatch show that I did down at Braintree, down in Essex.
Now all you need is a fucking gimp mask.
Big Dave's gloves, one half of the UK Pitbulls. And because obviously, glass, light tubes, etc.
Take them off.
Yeah, there we are.
Take those fuckers off. You need a fucking gimp mask, and you're almost fucking there, aren't you? Fucking hell. Are you sure it's a wrestling show you're doing?
What?
You sure it's a wrestling show you're doing with those fuckers?
Leonardo Darwin's on him, so anything's possible with him. Tim Strange, when you work with him, anything's possible. B.A. Rose, Michael Caden, anything's possible. So yeah.
Do you have a bin?
A bin? Yes, I do. I've got 2 up here. Yes.
Is it empty?
Nearly.
Might I suggest you put 2 said gloves in the bin?
My precious.
Okay, now I think you are precious having to wear those fuckers. Fucking hell.
Oh dear. Mikey.
Anything else you want to surprise us with? No.
Anything else you want to come out with when it comes to wrestling?
I could probably scare you more than that, but I ain't about to. No, is my answer. And I think on that, Bobby, this podcast and on this interview, it is time at the bar.
Oh, the gavel has been banged, so yeah, there we are. Right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, I've got a gavel as well, if you must know. So, yeah.
I've got one of those as well.
Have you?
Yeah, I've got 2, actually.
Oh, fair enough. I don't know why I got this. I got it for £5. I think it was like £5.30 something off a TV about 6 months ago. Don't know why.
I wasn't sad enough to buy it. I wasn't sad enough to buy it. I just took the fucker. Just because. And no, I don't mean I took it out of the fucking courtroom when they tried me. No.
So Russell Grant has said, gloves, where has he been?
I don't think we want to know, Russ, where he's been, and more importantly, we don't want to know where he's going to. But on that note, he also doesn't know where he's going to, as we've just discovered.
I do apologise that I didn't have that bit of the thing written down, but it is what it is. So, yeah. Anyways, on that note,
don't ever pull those fucking gloves out again. Dirty bastard.
They smell.
What are you fucking doing? You need some help.
Wind the bobbin up. Right.
Find the bobby up, all right.
Oh dear. Right. Folks, I've been the SALASTAR.
You've been, as in you're not anymore.
No. Right. That's been the Landlord, Mikey Andrews. Mikey, for heaven's sake, don't associate yourself with Mr. Lee, Tiger, them lot. They're bad news, okay? So, yeah. Do not forget, folks, former WWE Tag Team Champion Mike Mondo is coming to the Nerdic Pro Podcast, as well as current NWA star, two-time NWA US Champion, AJ Kazana. are both coming on the 5th and the 13th, respectively, of November. So, yeah, both the live streams are up on YouTube, waiting to start already. I know, pre-planning. So I shall be seeing you all later. Good. Mikey, anything to add?
No, we're going to be here all fucking night.
All right, thank you all very much for watching, and we shall be seeing you all later. Goodbye.